to All the Things Music, the podcast, episode 1,
Starring us.
starring us. We're going to give you an introduction to us, how we met, why we started All the Things, what even is All the Things, and probably ramble.
And what is to come.
Ooh, good one. Create the suspense, get them
Yeah.
excited. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Um,
Thanks.
I
Introducing Mikaila.
I am Mikaila Stores. I'm from San Diego. And a little bit about me. Let's see. I got into writing about music like a year ago now. Um, Thanks to Abby. I had a blog and then things kind of spiraled because I can't be normal about anything. I have to be like completely obsessive about it. So, always been a really big fan of live music and just music in general. And I guess my one fun fact that I always bring up as my icebreaker is that I'm a horse girl. So we'll add that in there.
Wow. Do you have a favorite kind of horse?
Do I have a favorite kind of horse? Actually, the answer is yes, but I don't know if people actually care. But my favorite type of
I do.
my favorite type of horse is a warm blood. That's what kind of horse my horse is. He's a Dutch warm blood from Holland.
Wow.
Has his own passport.
Wow. You know what else has a passport?
What?
My favorite artist. No. Well, one of my favorite artists. 5 Seconds of Summer. They also are from another country.
Like, where is she going with this?
So, that's my first fun fact. One of my favorite artists is 5 Seconds of Summer, and they have passports.
This is great.
Um, is there anything else you wanted to hear about yourself?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay. My introduction is this. Hello, I am Abby Anderson. I am from Chicago, Illinois. I got into writing about math 2.5 years ago-ish. Yep, and this is when I decided to pursue a project that I called Abby's 500 album year. I did not listen to 500 albums in a year, but I did at least start my blog because of that idea. And I wanted a place to kind of write about albums because that's like my thing that I like to yammer on about. Um, I'll talk about like why an album is cohesive or why it's not. Um, and like songs that I like on an album and stuff like that. Um, so I started writing about that. And then like a little over a year ago, I started writing for like other publications. Um, and kind of continued to try to write about albums for other publications. Um, and then yeah, kind of ended up here where we are now.
I guess this leads into how did we even meet and like become friends? Because
Yeah.
we've been friends for like 2.5 years? 2 years?
No, dude, it's been like a year and a half,
Oh, it feels like centuries.
right? Or am I crazy?
I don't remember. No, was
No,
it
you're right. It was
2023?
2022. It was 2022. Because we
Yeah,
went to see Five Sauce and Luke in 2023.
2023. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
2 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah.
like decades.
You know, in the 2020s here, we're like getting lost in time. I don't even know, like,
I don't know who I
I don't
am.
know who I am.
Anyways, how did we meet? Abby, I think you have to start the story.
Okay. So, um, I was on a little trip in New York City to see the aforementioned band, 5 Seconds of Summer, and for the release of 5 Sauce 5. Decided, so went to see them on the Today Show, in 2022. Um, and I went with my sister. We went to the show on Friday morning. We decided to go on Sunday night, the week before. And while I was there, I decided to make a little vlog TikTok. I'm not really, I think I had maybe one TikTok at the time. Um, and I don't really know what possessed me to record said TikTok, but I did and posted it on the interwebs. Um,
And then I just happened to be scrolling on the interwebs. This is
yeah,
clearly a while ago because I am one of the dumb people that deleted TikTok now and no longer have it. But in 2022, I was scrolling on the TikTok and Abby's video pops up, and I said, "Wow, what a cute video." I
yeah,
said, "I'm gonna comment on this for whatever reason because I'm not out here commenting on people's TikToks very often."
especially not now.
Yeah, never anymore. But I was like, I'm gonna comment on this video because maybe she'll like want to be my friend and see this. And so I commented on it, looked at her profile. I assumed that she was gonna have like thousands of followers.
And
I
I had
don't
instead like what? I had maybe 12, a good 12.
I don't know, but I was like, oh, maybe she's gonna want to be my friend. So then I think you followed me
Then
on
I started stalking
Instagram.
you. Yeah, I started stalking you. Sorry. And I think that I looked at your videos on TikTok and you had like a whole bunch of concert videos. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then I went to your Instagram and like the what is it? The highlight, the little bubble.
Hmm.
I clicked on that and it was like Olivia Rodrigo, Kelsey Ballerini, 5 Seconds of Summer. And I'm like, all the things that I like. Follow. And then I think you DM'd me
I
and were like,
honestly
"Hey."
can I probably said like thanks for following me or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think you did.
And
And
then
I don't know if I talked to you after that.
I don't really remember what we said or talked about until we were like, "Hey, did you get Taylor Swift tickets?"
Yeah.
And then
No, I think that you posted a story on like the day of and you were like,
this is
"Well,
horrible.
no, I think it was literally like fought for my life for these, but at least I'm going."
Oh yeah, I think I said fought for my life for these, but at least I'm going. And I think you were like, "Oh, where did you get tickets? Like where are
Yeah.
your seats or something?"
Mhm.
And then we just started talking about that and how horrible it was.
I think because honestly, I was probably collecting scientific data to try to figure out was Ticketmaster, in fact, selling the stadium from back to front on the verified fan presale. Still at this time thinking that there was going to be a general sale for the Eras Tour, which, there never was. But
Honestly,
always remember, never forget.
that would make sense considering they ended up doing the like second chance and emailed people, and a lot of those seats were like really close.
Yeah. I got on the like verified fan one, I got 300s and 400s, and on second chance, I got floor. And I think, isn't that what you got too?
Well, I didn't get any for second chance. They told me it was full for myself, but then I went with Amy and she had gotten really good second
Yeah.
chance tickets. So
Yeah, I had somebody else actually get me my second chance tickets, and I traded my 300s for her to have because she wanted cheaper ones because she was going to another show. But
I actually like vividly
wifey
remember
connections.
I vividly remember us talking about this like at the time. And then
Yeah,
do you remember we didn't even know each other and you were like, "Should we go to opening night?"
we knew each other by then.
I know, but like we had never met. And we
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, "Let's go to opening night." And we almost did like 2 days before.
In hindsight,
We should have.
we should have.
It was like
But
literally like in front of the stage for like $300, which was
yeah,
insane. We should have done it.
well,
Anyways,
now we know for next time.
and then
Taylor Swift, if you are listening, we would like to come to your opening night of your next tour. So as soon as you could let us know when that will be, that
you
would be
can
great.
you can have your people talk to my people.
You can email us at allthethingsmusicmag@gmail.com.
Exactly. Hit us up. But anyways, continuing on in the story,
Continuing on. Um, then there was about
Couple
I don't
months.
know, 6 months or so, where who knows what we really talked about and how often we talked. But time passed. And then actually I this is a part that I kind of forget sometimes is in the same amount of like the same week, you to the Eras tour and Five Sauce played in that festival in Mexico.
Oh yeah, and we were talking
And
about it.
yes, and there were like those random photos of Luke that came out, and
Yes,
we talked about those.
I was on the plane coming home from Vegas and you were like, "Oh my God, did you see this photo shoot?" Like the we're
Yeah,
and that's when we were like, "Okay, something's happening with Luke this
yeah,
year."
yeah. And I kind of forget that that piece of things happened.
Yeah,
And then
because
right after
you were
that,
like coming back from Paris.
yeah, super chill. But then right after that is when Five Sauce Show got announced. And
Hmm.
then after that was when the Fonda got announced. So like all of these things that like your Eras Tour show and the Five Sauce Festival and the Luke photo shoot, that was March. And then April, did anything happen in April? Oh yeah,
Um,
Five Sauce Show got announced.
yeah, and so we were like talking about that. So it was all these little things that we
Yeah.
were like excited to like talk about.
Yeah. And then May was the big one.
May was the big one.
The Fonda.
The Fonda was announced. What was it? Like
The
2 weeks?
inciting
How many weeks
the
before was it announced?
I think like four.
Okay, yeah, it was like a month.
Yeah. And that was the inciting incident in our plot line.
In our lore, we were finally going to meet in person.
Yep. And it just so happened to work out that nice cup by the way.
Thanks. Brought to you by Abby Anderson for Christmas.
Yep. Anyway, it just so happened to work out that I got onto summer break the literally the day before the Fonda, and I left work and got on a plane and flew to LA like immediately. And we were both lucky enough to get tickets for both nights. And
We
shout
got,
out Quick Pass for night one.
yeah, I was going to say we got whatever Quick Pass was. I had no idea what that was, but I said, I'm putting this in my cart. I'm buying it.
Yeah, and it worked out. Then what?
So, anyways, Abby hops on a plane. I tell them that I'm going to the eye doctor and I hop in the car and I drive to LA. And it's very exciting. We're finally going to meet on the sidewalks of Hollywood Boulevard. And I pull up.
Actually, around the corner from Hollywood Boulevard by the Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't even on Hollywood Boulevard. So it was whatever that street is. Couldn't tell you. By Enterprise. Shout out Enterprise. You guys are real ones.
Thanks for the
Um,
bathroom.
multiple times, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, I pull up. Abby's waiting with some friends and her
That
sister.
I had met that day.
And her sister.
I didn't meet my sister that day, but the friends I did that day.
You don't say.
Yeah. And which what was really cool was like that was kind of the start of me like realizing how many people like really truly did travel for shows because it was like
Hmm.
I was from Chicago and then we had like Alabama represented, um we had like actual LA represented. I want to say Louisiana maybe.
And that was like just in
And
our little circle of
yeah,
people.
yeah.
I feel like in that line, it was like actually shocking how many people were not from California.
Probably at least half.
At least half. And also, like, some of the people were literally from another country.
Oh yeah. Met somebody from Poland?
Yeah, it was crazy. But I feel like that was like, okay, wow. That was the first time that I had seen that, like, that much
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah. Um it turns out that people apparently do that like all the time. And now that kind of includes us. We have yet to go international, but
I'm sure we will.
um but yeah, so that was kind of that. And
And then we proceeded to cry for 2 nights in a row. And then we left, and it was honestly really depressing.
yeah,
And I was like, wow, hope she wants to hang out again.
And then, what? 3 months later, I'm back
Abby's
in LA
Abby's back in LA.
for not one Australian singer, but four. Yeah,
The Five
for the
Sauce
Five
Show.
South show at the Forum. And fun fact, I actually was not supposed to come to the Forum show, but the stars aligned in such a way that it was hot as heck in Chicago for the Five Sauce show. And I ended up selling my sound check because I didn't feel like sweating my brains out for an entire day. Um, so I didn't have to take the day off to go to that show. And I got my money back on my sound check. And I actually won tickets to the show in Raleigh and sold those. And alas, boom, Five Sauce show at the Forum, ticket paid for. And that's on girl math.
Closing mat, closing math, closing night of the North American leg.
Yeah,
That was us.
yeah. And our first trip to the Beechwood Cafe.
Oh yeah, that was
Mug,
honestly monumental moment.
mug courtesy of Mikaila for Christmas.
That was a monumental moment, and we've gone multiple times since.
Yeah,
So, segueing into the next segment of today's podcast.
yeah. Well, would you like to name your favorite artists? And I can either clap a little bit or raise my hand or make a funny sound into the
I was gonna say, how
microphone
about you do a
when
little whoop whoop?
whoop whoop. Whoop,
All
whoop,
right,
whoop, whoop.
yeah, let's do that.
No.
Taylor Swift. We'll say, sorry, Five Sauce Cinematic Universe. All of their solo projects. Um,
Taste. Whoop whoop.
Taylor Swift. And I think, just the Taylor Swift cinematic universe, we got all the Tay daughters in there. We got Sabrina Carpenter,
Yeah.
Gracie
Whoop whoop.
Abrams.
Whoop whoop.
Um, Abby's
I'm really
recently
gonna regret those. I'm really gonna regret those whoop whoops when.
when you have to listen to it with headphones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, headphones users. Uh, Olivia Rodrigo.
Whoop whoop. Less enthusiastic, but yes.
um, Abby's recently been getting me into Kelsey Ballerini some more.
Whoop whoop.
What else? Am I forgetting somebody? Oh, Halsey. I like her. I used to be way more obsessed, but she's still one of my favorite artists, I would say.
Yeah. In that
Oh,
category, I would say Ariana Grande for me. Um.
One Direction.
mm, Harry
Well,
Styles solo.
Harry Styles solo. Um, Niall solo.
Um.
Out of their solo careers, that is
Del
who's
Water Gap.
Del
Speaking
Water
of
Gap.
Nile,
Del Water Gap. Um, I'm trying to like think of
not Zayn at the present moment.
not Zayn at the present moment. Unfortunately, Zayn Malik, if you are watching, you did cancel my show and not reschedule. So I am a little heartbroken. You were already skating on thin ice for separating One Direction. Um, and I gave you a pass because, obviously mental health is important. However, you could have rescheduled the show, my man.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I can sing Pillow Talk for myself.
I'm trying to think of any other artists that I like. Ooh, we're on the Chapel Roan train.
Oh yes, we are on the Chapel
Yes.
Roan train. We're gonna.
Um,
What are some artists that we've like recently gotten into more?
um,
Chapel Roan.
yeah. Um,
Although you've been a Chapel Roan fan for a while,
a minute, but not like
not like
OG by any
forever.
means. I would call myself moderately OG on Gracie Abrams. Like I've been
You've been
around
around.
since pre Good Riddance on that one. Um, but Chapel Roan, I started liking her like post Guts along with the rest of the world. But
True. True.
I'm looking over at my vinyl record collection. Casey Musgraves. I like Casey Musgraves.
Yes, I like a few of her songs. I'm not like a super fan, but
Um, Yeah, I think that's like the main ones that's coming to mind. I used to like Shawn Mendes, but then he again, the men and canceling these shows and not rescheduling them. Again, I understand mental health, but that was sad. RIP Wonderworld Tour.
Um,
Anyway,
share some fun facts related to your musical journeys.
musical journeys.
I'll do my fun fact that I thought
Okay.
about when I wrote this question, and maybe it will inspire
Okay.
you.
Okay.
My fun facts are I actually used to make YouTube videos vlogging going to Five Sauce concerts when I was 14. So that's how I got into like making content surrounding
Mm,
music. And like I knew that I wanted to like be involved in like the
yeah.
music industry like that.
Mhm.
And then my one way that I could figure out how to do that was working at a radio station when I was
Mm,
out of college. And it was super fun. I wish that I would have been able to work there forever and like move up, but everyone there loved their jobs, so there was never any way to move up.
yeah.
So, which is understandable. I wouldn't want to leave either. Um, and I guess that's like my how I knew that I wanted to like do stuff in music.
Does it count if I said part of my musical journey being that Taylor Swift followed me on Tumblr in 2016?
Oh, it definitely counts.
Okay. That's one of my biggest
Your
claims
biggest,
to fame.
yeah, because you like made such cute edits with like Taylor Swift stuff.
Actually, I dressed up like Taylor Swift and had a friend do a photo shoot with me. And I copied all of the Taylor Swift photos that were like iconic at the time, particularly from the Red era. Um, and she liked them apparently.
Well, I didn't want to throw you under the bus if you didn't want to share that.
That's okay.
I'm happy
Nobody
to-
go looking for my photo shoot online. Well, I don't know if I deleted it or
I mean, you know what? If you go looking deep enough on mine, you can find some embarrassing things.
Yeah.
However, don't go looking for my YouTube videos because they are deleted.
Mm.
Unfortunately,
Um,
honestly, I would love to laugh at those now, but I don't have them anywhere.
well, speaking of the Red era and Taylor Swift, should we perhaps take a moment to talk about our favorite albums slash like songs? You want to go first or should I?
You can go first.
Okay. Um, we're gonna go top five favorite albums, top three.
Okay.
I'm not sure I can pick three, so we're gonna go with five.
Okay.
Okay. In no particular order. Red by Taylor Swift. We're gonna go with Five Sauce Five by 5 Seconds of Summer. We're gonna go with um When Facing the Things We Turn Away From, Luke Hemmings. Um, Good Riddance, Gracie Abrams. And
Is that four?
yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Folklore for number five.
Good choices.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's gonna be very chaotic and I'm not gonna say the correct ones.
Okay, let's hear it.
I would say when facing the things we turn away from.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 5 Seconds of Summer, self-titled.
Mm.
I'm a nostalgia person, so it will stay in there till the day I die, most likely. I think I'm also gonna say Red and Debut. Waiting on Debut Taylor's version. Um, what's my? I feel like I have a
You
fifth.
didn't say Five Sauce Five.
Oh, Five Sauce Five. That's my second favorite Five Sauce album.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be like tied for first.
Wow. Self-titled does really well on your list.
Subtitled never leaves my Wrapped
Yeah.
every year. It's always up there.
Do you have a favorite song?
Ever?
Yeah. Sorry, loaded question.
Um, ever. I mean,
Like ever.
oh, good one. I would
Thanks.
say, yeah, Disconnected. I don't know if that's like my favorite song ever, but like it's been
Yeah,
my favorite song for the longest amount of time.
yeah. That's how I feel about You Belong With Me, but I would say that like my favorite song just kind of in general is honestly probably Carousel by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Dang.
Yeah, just really hits, you know? And it got some good memories tied to that one too.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get into about all the things, I have one more question
Okay.
that we need to know.
Okay.
I'm dying to know, actually. What was your top, what did I say? Top three favorite concerts of 2024?
Top three. Um, we're going, so here's what we're gonna do. Because I can't pick just three. I'm gonna pick three tours and then pick a favorite show from each tour. Because yes, I did go to the same tour multiple times on multiple different occasions in the last several years. Um,
Yeah, if you're a hater
so
of that, if you're a hater of that, you should probably not listen to the podcast.
yeah, I hope that your stream on this podcast is already counted because you probably will be leaving right now. Sorry. Okay, my list. We're gonna go with um, Nostalgia for a Time That Never Existed, Luke Hemmings, LA, Night 2. Um, you can check it out in the professionally recorded version on Nostalgia, live from Los Angeles by Luke Hemmings on your favorite streaming service. Um, the Eras Tour, The Secret of Us, Eras. Um, the final night of the Eras Tour in the US with Gracie Abrams um, in Indianapolis. And number three is hard because I went to a lot of good shows last year, but I do think we're going to have to go with Ashton Irwin live at the Belasco.
Well, I concur. I would
What if
have
we
to
just
agree.
went to all the same shows?
I know those just happened to be three of the shows that we went to together this year or this past year.
Yeah.
So I concur with those selections.
I promise that there are multiple shows that I do go to without my friend who lives across the country.
They are few and far between, but all the things music. What is it? What are we doing? Um, we started this publication because I feel like there's not a space missing, but we just wanted to create a creative space for fans specifically, um, and like just celebrating being a fan.
All the Things Music is dominantly an online publication. We have album reviews, live reviews. We're doing lots of announcements for all the things. Um, and we're going to try to have some interviews in there, some photo galleries, um, and there will be, you can find like the links to um, this podcast on there, but you've already found that, so good job. Um, but yes, we're on all the things music.com. You can find ways to contact us on there.
Yeah, we have some pretty cool stuff on there already, but we're really excited because I feel like it's getting started at a good time. There's a lot of things happening this year, and we're very excited to write about them all. Um, and then we have the podcast, which is basically an extension of like our interviews, but we will be trying to do the podcast every week.
Mhm.
Um, we
Keyword is trying, but
keyword trying. Don't hold us to that, but we are going to try to do one at least every couple of weeks. um, we will hopefully get to interview like some of our favorite artists, people that work in the industry, other
fans.
yeah, I was gonna say other fans. You know, there's a lot of topics that we want to cover, like how to get into concert photography, touring in general. whether that be you're a fan going to like multiple shows of a tour, how are we like organizing that? Whether it's like I'm an actual touring musician and they're going to tell us about how they got into that and what that looks like. Um, we have a really exciting interview coming up actually that will get to learn a lot about touring. So look out for that next week. But yeah, we just kind of want to be like the in between, like the music industry and fans, and try our best to give advice in that.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just fans who have happened to kind of dip our toe into the professional side of things. And even though it hasn't been that long for either one of us, like we've definitely learned a lot about it, and like it doesn't just happen that you're communicating with labels or you're getting to photograph people like Ashton Irwin. Like those things don't just happen. And if you're just a regular fan, so we kind of want to be able to kind of connect fans to the industry and bring the industry kind of back to the fans.
Yeah, because that's like a big thing is I feel like if we are able to talk to any artist in particular, we can really bring like the fan perspective to them rather than
Mhm.
just like a professional outlook on
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Um, so we kind of covered podcast topics. If you guys want to subscribe to our podcast, I think that's what it's called on
I don't know.
Spotify. Save our podcast. I think it's subscribe so that we can
Follow?
subscribe, follow, whatever it is. Save us on your Spotify podcasts and you'll be notified when we upload. You can also subscribe on YouTube if you prefer to watch it. However, I am gonna upload the video version to Spotify as well. But if you don't have Spotify, you can always watch on YouTube. Um, what else? Oh yeah. Give us topics that you want to talk about if you have any specific questions.
We're
Or
creative people, but our brains only go so far. And
and we'll
we're
be
always
talking.
kind of learning new things. So,
Yeah. And if you don't give us topics, then we'll just be like talking about five sauce every episode,
yeah.
which we're
Or
happy to
Taylor
do.
Swift.
Yeah. Which we're happy to do. I feel like it would be really fun to do episodes like deep diving specific albums or whatever. So if you have like a specific album that you really like of an artist, please let us know.
Are we going to give me a platform to get on a microphone and talk about an album for 45 minutes to half an hour or whatever?
I mean, I would hope so. And I'll just be like, yeah.
Yeah, so check out the website, email us, allthethingsmusicmag@gmail.com. You can follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. Um,
Yeah, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify. Maybe we'll get on the TikTok.
yeah,
Um,
probably will, but
that's
I
a
don't really want
later.
to do that. I don't like TikTok that much.
It's a later thing. Oh yeah, you can always message us on Instagram too if you have an idea, and
Yeah.
we'll read it.
There's also a contact form on our website that goes straight to our email.
Hmm.
I don't know which one I'll see faster, but
Some of whatever you want to do.
yeah,
And if you want to sign up for our email list, we're gonna start sending out recent articles that we've worked on and stuff like that. So, if you're interested, if not, all good.
if not, no worries.
Yeah, no worries. Don't feel pressured.
Of everything that you've put on the site so far, what are you most excited about?
Hmm. Of everything that I put on the site so far, I feel like I'm most excited about. I mean, I'm just most excited to listen to Short and Sweet Deluxe next week.
Yeah,
So I would say that's most excited that I am currently, but I'm
yeah,
hoping to have some cool tour announcements that I'll be more excited about.
yeah. I would say I'm pretty excited about the Inhaler review that I just wrote, but also the Beyonce tour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
If
kind of
you,
where I'm at right now.
if you guys haven't read Abby's Inhaler review, it's very good. Please go check it
Thank
out.
you. What is your merch of the day before we go?
Oh, I forgot merch of the day and song of the day.
Yeah,
Okay, so merch of the day is Secret of Us Eras Tour sweatshirt.
we are recording this on the day when the Secret of Us tour made its return. So,
So we're repping.
welcome back, Secret of Us tour.
Welcome
Happy to have
back.
you.
Happy to have you. We will see you in approximately 6 months.
Hmm.
Um, and my song of the day, I should have thought about this earlier. You go first.
Okay. I'm gonna go with um I'm going back and forth between songs on Secret of Us Deluxe, but I think I gotta go with Cool.
Fun fact for everybody, Abby heard Cool for the first time ever live
Hmm?
performance. That was not
Yeah.
a correct sentence. Um, in Chicago.
Yeah. I didn't quite know what to do with myself, and I kind of stood there with tears in my eyes the whole time, vaguely in shock. I did have the good sense to point my camera at Gracie to record it for myself, but yeah.
I was listening to Kelsey Ballerini earlier, but I don't know what song I would choose. I guess I would you
Mm, good one.
is my song of the day. Um, I have one more question before we sign off
Okay.
here.
Okay.
For Mr. Ashton Irwin, I feel like he didn't get enough attention in this one. So, what is your favorite song on Blood on the Drums?
Indestructible. No thoughts.
Oh,
Just immediately indestructible.
good one. I'm gonna insert a
Honorable mention, I
video.
see the angels.
I'm gonna insert a video of Abby performing Indestructible.
Into a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, just kidding. I'm not putting that on there, but um, I'll save that one for myself.
What's
Um,
yours?
mine is Glory Days or I See the Angels.
Good choices.
And yeah, that is
That's all
us
we have to say for today.
wrapped up episode one, all the things. Hopefully, this sold you on coming back for a second episode. But if not, we will have a special guest next time. So it will be more
Tune back in to see
interesting.
who it is.
Yeah, I'm not telling you who it is. You'll have to come back.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to us talk about all the things.
Signing out, Abby and Mikaila. See you later.